Greetings. Greetings, dear Leo. That's you guys over here. This is Tarot Lumination, okay? And this is a little micro video for you about the ingress of Jupiter into Sagittarius. It just started, and it's going to go through most of 2019, okay? Why are we doing this? It's because I feel an obligation here. I kind of missed out on the Uranus and Taurus ingress recently. You're probably aware of what's happening across the world because of that, but at least with Jupiter, we can catch up a little bit here. It's been very busy. It's been hard to catch up and make some of the playlists we wanted to make. So what's this all about? Jupiter, okay? Think of Jupiter as the great benefic. Think of all the legends and the mythology that go with Jupiter. I'm not a master at these things. I can't tell you all the stories, but it's pretty epic stuff going back to Greeks and Romans and Egyptians and beyond. Now, think of it as the great benefic, the heroic journey, the seeker of new horizons, higher knowledge, greater wisdom, higher consciousness, going where you've never been before, foreign travel, higher learning, above and beyond school and college. We're talking about going into the highest levels of learning. And all the benefits and healing that come from Jupiter as well. The gifts and the rewards of just that can just feel like luck, like bounty. Okay? Now you put all that energy through the lens of Sagittarius, and it's kind of amplified because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So it's kind of a big deal. That's why it's so important. And I think to get this on record. Another interesting thing for you, Leo, it just happens that the Leo-Sagittarius pairing is very harmonious in Western astrology. It's what's called a trine. And so you almost like get the chance to have extra, double, triple benefits, depending, of course, how you conduct your life. Let's just have a look. So the thing about Jupiter is that it takes about 12 years to do this journey. And from the Tarot Lumination perspective, it's kind of a big deal because Jupiter is in its own sign right now. And so I think of this as the start of a 12-year journey. Think back, Leo, what was your life like 12 years ago? You were just entering a new chapter where this scenario was happening. 12 years ago, this very same thing happened when Jupiter entered Sagittarius. Think back. Think of the good stuff that happened to you at that time. We're going to look at that part of your life in a moment. We're going to do a little bit of a translation. Let's get to the astro doodle first so that you have a better understanding what Tarot Lumination is talking about. So think of this as a big calendar moment for Jupiter. It's the start of this 12-year journey about going around the whole of the solar system where it will cover each sign, okay? And think of this, okay? Think of this as like a clock or something. Think of this little blob here. Think of that as Jupiter. It just started, okay? We just started, and it's a 12-year journey, okay? It's going to go all the way through there. And let's get tighter into the lens here. Now we're going to focus on the 1-year journey as Jupiter moves through Sagittarius, and the same for each sign. So we're looking at this one now. Think of this little blob as Jupiter, and it's going to take a year to traverse the Sagittarius sign, okay? Now you, Leo, you have Sagittarius in your life somewhere, and it just happens to be in your 5th house. So I'm going to show you. So just a picture, a lens now. Imagine all the benefits of Jupiter in Sagittarius pouring down into this part of your life and your world. So let's show you, okay? Now this is about you, okay? Leos. So I try to do it as simple as possible here. This is Jupiter and Sagittarius for Leos. You can watch your sun, moon, and rising with this stuff too if you really want to. This is you. I put Leo on the horizon here. And so where does Sagittarius lie for you? Okay, it's over here in your 5th house. This is your Sagittarian 5th house. I'm just going to put the little sign there. Oh, I got it already. And you know what that's all about. True love and romance, creativity, fun, happiness, art, the performing arts. I'm not talking about the 12th house where you're imagining the things. I'm talking about the delivery and the creation, like the artist, the writer, the musician, the performer who gets out there on the stage and has this big energy. Think of the Leo energy here. This is your house. I mean, Leo rules the 5th house, but we're putting you here on the horizon of self, okay? So this is very fortuitous, very harmonious. and like an amplification of the potential good fortune for you. Now, it could impact any aspect of that part of your life. I'm going to give you the basics here. Please allow and consider for new horizons in love and romance. Seriously. Expansion of understanding, like new adventures. Are you going to, go to foreign lands regarding love and romance? Someone from a foreign land coming into your life and world regarding love and romance. Consider new opportunities in the creative self-expression, art, music, writing, performing, something like that. Being on stage where you are more radiant, more abundant, and you can see the good fortune happening to you. You're actually witnessing your own good fortune unfolding in that part. Fun, happiness, okay? And also higher learning. You might come to a higher level of understanding of what love really means, as opposed to what you thought it meant. You're going to see it from a much bigger, wider, broader perspective, much, much higher levels of expansion. Think of yourself like an eagle looking down, watching your life from above. Think of the expansion of foreign adventures, good luck and good benefits in that part of your life. It's very exciting for you, Leos. Hopefully you're going to make the best of it some way, somehow or other. And if you do a good job here, you would enjoy the benefits later on, okay? Like 6 years from now. So I hope this helps you in some way. We could talk about, big astrology channels could probably do a whole, hour show about this stuff. But I just want to keep it simple so that you have some understanding about where tarot illumination is coming from, so we can talk about this down the road if we have to. This is a reference point, okay? There's your 5th house. That's you. Jupiter in Sagittarius is affecting all of this part of your life and world. You might know a lot more about this stuff than tarot illumination. Please make the best of it, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good journey. Oops, it's all messed up. Bye.